Nolan Fearday.
Cannon Bockhorn,
Wade Busher,
James Wise.
and Cole Phillips.
Guys, the talent level is way up there. Why?
I think that our defensive intensity is very well good, but I think we can get better on offense. We'll just have to work harder in practice.
What about Coach Wiethop makes it such a special core?
well, he's a great coach, and he knows how to get us prepared for these tough games like this and what defense to put us on and stuff like that.
And I think Coach Wiethop pushes us in practice to be our best every day.
You might not think this, but during games and stuff, whenever he's yelling at us, it's just to make us better. And I also like it how whenever we're talking game plan and stuff, if you see something, he'll take in your word and thoughts for consideration.
Like in St. Anthony game, I didn't think a coach could write that much stuff on the board.
So he's positive more about his bench players, even though they sit in the bench. He tries to get them in as much as he can. At the end of the day, they're just as good as we are.
So the game against T-Town was a big game for you guys. You win by 1 point. What did that game mean to you with the fans back in the stands, the players getting involved? Everything about that was pretty big for you guys.
Yeah, I really liked how the crowd and our kids at our school really enjoyed that game. And our bench was just going crazy most of the time. Our defense that game, I think, was pretty amazing. I think we played a pretty good performance on the defensive side.
Like James says, the fans were really into it. Our whole team was into it. Coach was especially into it. It was definitely one of the best games I played and best defensive game I played.
Well, in practice, we try hard to push each other in practice so we all get better and people move up on the roster.
I think that most of the players on our team really like coming to practice because they get opportunities to shine, and our coach gets to see who's doing good that week and who's going to play the next game. Like Wade said, moving up the roster. I think we have to keep playing hard on defense. We will definitely, since we will play a lot of more hard teams. We will have to work harder and harder in practice. Michael Jordan, he would always work insanely hard in practice. Then in a game, it would just be like easy for him. That's what I want us to do.
What can this team do as far as expectations in postseason?
At least win a regional, but we would all like to win the sectional and move on to state.
Coaching this team, 13-1 now, what has been the joy coaching them?
That's easy. Probably the fact that 1 through 17, we started the season, our goal was to be family over everything, and they're truly, it sounds good, but to actually do it and to have everybody buy in and to play for each other. And that's what this group has all been about. If somebody's sick, if somebody was hurt, somebody's down, somebody else steps up, and they just play for each other, they play for their family, their school, they do things the right way, they're good in the classroom, there's no discipline problems. I told them, I said, I've coached for 33 years, and I said, I've never had anybody better than these guys to work with. So that's what makes them special.
Anytime FNP Town plays, it's always a battle. Fans in the stands, players are all locked in. What did that mean?
Oh, it's always a big win. Kent and I are really good friends anyway, so that game's always special to us. And then our kids, we have ultimate respect for Teutopolis and the way they do things. They work super hard. Their kids always play for each other. Their kids we always talk about, when you play T-Town, you better get on the floor and win the loose balls, you better win the scraps. And so, yeah, it was nice because that was the first game really where there was a lot of people in the crowd again after last year, and so just had a lot of fun. The game could have went either way. We ended up, matter of fact, last call at the game could have went the other way, and it could have been Teutopolis walking out of here with a win. We were happy to get the win. It was a confidence boost for us at the time, but we knew they're going to be just fine. They'll bounce right back and they'll go on a run because they always do. So, but it's a competition where two teams play each other that respect each other, and at the end of the day, if you don't win, it's okay. You gave your best, and you look forward to playing them again next year.
At what point in the season did you realize this was a special group?
Well, the preseason, it looked like we were going to be, but I told our kids out of the chute, I said, the first 4 games, we could come out of that 0-4 or 1-3. And and we ended up we got Champaign Franklin in the opener. That was a confidence boost. Then we were down to Mount Vernon by 12 with 3 minutes to go. Came back and won that game. Then we got Mount Zion, good ball club. Got the 6'4" Anderson kid, tough ball club. Did a good job on them, and we came away with the win. Then the T-Town win. Probably then when we really, we talk about all the time with this group, the most important game of the season is the next one up, because it's next. We take one game at a time. We don't look. We've resisted the urge all year long to ever think about anybody ahead of time, until it's the next one on the schedule. The St. Anthony game, I think, gave us some confidence too. We felt like we had a good game plan, but we had to go over there and execute it, and to get that win. And then, kids just kept reaching down, finding a way to get a W, and playing hard for each other. Bench has been phenomenal. Bench kids have been really good. Like I said, the whole atmosphere has been fantastic. And so when you have that day after day, after a while, you just realize you've got a special group of kids. Practice has been, very competitive. Like I said, it's nice. There's some years where you can't necessarily practice, go hard your first string against your second string. Maybe the talent's not there. Actually, when we come in and compete, we can break up on, we have open gym. We got 3 groups of 5, and we try to make them even, and we make it highly competitive. We just want our kids learning to compete all the time. And then, I think that one thing, you want to be a mentor, you want to be a father figure type to the kids, and you try your best to make sure that kids know you care. I think the best thing that you always hear is kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think with this group, I think all of them know that they're loved, and that we want nothing but the best for them, and not just this year, but going forward into their future. And so it makes for a very comfortable, a very competitive environment every single day. Usually 3 goals every year, and they're all achievable. We always want to, we play in the Greenville tournament, and it's right there before the regional start, so it's a great tape measure for us to see where we're at that time before we get in the regionals. So we want to go down there and we want to play for a championship. We want to win the regional. That's ultimately the number one goal. When we start the season, we're playing for to get to the regional, put ourselves in a position to be able to go win a regional championship. After, if you're able to win a regional championship those years that you do that in Class 4A, you don't look too much further ahead. The sectional is going to be somebody that's loaded. You know that you've got a shot, but you're going to have to play really, really well to get past them and get the state. And then the other thing is the conference. We've got a really good conference with T-Town and St. Anthony and Charleston and Mattoon, Taylorville. So we got 1 game left, an unbeaten conference. Championship was our goal. And so, Taylorville still standing in the way. Tom May will have his kids really ready to go. So, but, that's the thing. Our big thing is just getting better every day towards the postseason. And then you just let the chips fall where they may. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We've done a real good job of staying grounded, and kids, like I said, not getting big heads, just knowing, what got us there. What got us there is playing hard, believing in each other. And I think if they continue to do that, then anything's possible.